Hey guys, today we have a no news Monday. Tomorrow we have CPI news, Heimbach news. Still actually, yeah, we are still trading at all-time highs, and I think conditions were quite clean. We definitely could have been able to maybe also get a bit more out of it, but still I'm content with the trades I took today. And yeah, we'll make a quick trade breakdown. So that's basically the business. So one trade right here, entered long, got break even right here, and also entered long right here. Took one partial off right here, and got stop break even right here. So before we go into the executions, quick daily conditions. So as you see, we are immensely overextended, still rallying to the upside. I mean, that's just the conditions. We cannot predict that top, even if it feels like really unhealthy to even buy such overpriced conditions. We cannot trade against the high time frame trend. So right here we have a new day opening gap. We are really consolidating on the hourly chart. And that's basically what we do if we have trading conditions. We're either going to really expand to the upside, or we're going to consolidate. There's not really a huge retracement. And I think the 50-minute chart already right here is a clear sign that we should not really be too I don't know, optimistic of high quality conditions for today. I already mentioned the news conditions, not quite easy before CPI news, no news today, so therefore we are definitely going to engineer liquidity. We're definitely going to see seek and destroy most of the time as well. I mean, sometimes no news days are still quite clean, and we can even expand on the daily chart. Today is not such day. Today is definitely a low volume day, a low resistance, no, not low resistance, a high resistance day. But yeah, so we scrapped London lows. To me, now the market maker buy model is basically in play right here. To me, I don't want to see that we take out Newcomb kill zone says liquidity. I want to see that we from there basically expand to the upside, and that we are going to enter after we just saw a short-term run on stops, a retracement, a sales liquidity sweep. With the opening, we already scrapped Newcomb kill zone buys liquidity and Asia highs. Therefore, basically, our objective is already met with that, and we could have really just closed the day with that basically right here, because we do not want to look for shorts, even if we have kind of a marked ATM model being in play right here. To the downside, as you saw, we now scrapped the 930 low as well, also new kill zones as liquidity, but that's really high resistance to the downside. We don't want to take any shorts against the higher time frame. And therefore we could have been already done with trading for today after we saw that we swapped new kill zone buys liquidity and Asia highs. But yeah, still I saw the possibility that we're even going to just expand above the high right here maybe. I think that's definitely possible. But yeah, before we drop into the executions, as always, quick glance on regular trading hours. So today, not really easy. So right here we have a Newcomb range gap of 39 handles. So I think, we can say that's 40 handles gap. So we want to see that we trade back to CE, and from there on basically continue our trend basically. In that case, I think it was a bit more not really easy to spot regular trading hours direction. So we completely traded through it right here, came down, closed in our gap right here, saw this retracement, sold off once more, swept also AM liquidity right here, and now we are rallying to the upside. And I think we are going to see that we are reaching also external buys liquidity, so what we were aiming for basically. But now I don't want to be a part of any thing in here, so I think the main objective is already met, and I don't want to continue trading, especially after two trades. So now let's talk about the execution. So what was my thinking process? So as I explained before, now I was looking for a expansion to the upside, therefore I'm looking for a continuation trade aligned with the high time frame trend. So yeah, we had this rally up to the upside. and we really came down. To me, that's only a retracement. Once again, why? Because I do not want to see that we take out the low right here. To me, the market maker buy model is in play right here. I want to see that we expand higher, and yeah, usually we do not expect the high is in with or at 934 if we are in trending conditions at all-time highs. Therefore, yeah, I was just aiming basically for the high right here. What I was looking at is the S&T right here as well, and as you know, I look at the most of the time if we do not really have any significant PDRA in here. I mean, we could also take the suspension block, I think, right here, but I was looking at the large wick. Why the wick? Because the wick is just in that case even larger than the or more important than the order block. Once we closed above CE, I was going long, and then right here put my stop, I think, below the S&T low, not the swing low, but the low right here, and was aiming for the high right here. So got stopped right here. I was going break even, and I think that was really well done in that case. Good risk management. Why? Because we have just not really clear structure. So we have unfinished business in here. Definitely, that's the case. And also the upwards movement is not really clean. We have not really such important displacement. We have displacement right here. Therefore, I want to see that we have actually a breakaway gap right here. And therefore, I'm content with getting stopped right there. And what I was also thinking about is that I want to see that the 5-minute fair gap right here stays basically a breakaway gap. Therefore, I was content with having my stop right here. So definitely a valid trade. Was a bit early, so 940, not within our 10 AM macro, but I was expecting basically a expansion within the 10 AM macro. Yeah, therefore maybe a bit too early. I think that was also the reason why I did not play it out, because we just have not the right time. But yeah, still content basically with the trade right there. And what I also was really thinking about, or what kept me staying bullish, is definitely that we on ES we are expanding aggressively higher. So we also scrapped London lows. Therefore, we are also in a market maker buy model right here. We have all-time highs at the high right here. So that's the line you can see right there. And from there on, we really expanded only higher. So we see such a shallow retracement right there, and from there on only higher prices. Definitely more bullish than NQ. NQ is just in seek and destroy conditions, but that was basically also a kind of reason why I entered long in here, because the ES was just super bullish. So for the next trade, I was convinced that if I get stopped right here, that we're going to take out the low right here. Still, as I mentioned before, I do not want to look for shorts against the higher time frame trend, even if a potential ATA model right here is in play. We close perfectly at the high of the fair gap right there. But I was really patient. I waited basically for 10 AM to deliver. And then I was looking at basically the huge up close candle right here. That was really difficult actually, the setup. Why? Because in a 5-minute chart, we're still bearish. We have the 5-minute gap right here. I marked out. And basically, until we do not close above C on the 5-minute chart, we do not really have a strong conviction that we are going to trade higher. We failed to close above CE right here, and the next 5-minute candle opened up right there, and that would have been already right here. Therefore, it's also the reason why we saw a more deeper retracement down here. That's to me manipulation to the downside, but that's also our 5-minute retracement. That's why it's a manipulation on the 1-minute chart. In that case, we have a CST right here. So with closing above the down close candle right here, we have CST, change in state and delivery. And I'm definitely going to look for longs once more. I really like the high right here, equal highs, also relative equal to the AM session, excellent buys liquidity. Most of the time I look basically at the order block right here, if we can close above CE, how we did it right there with the wick of the order block, or we could have also looked at the bullish breaker right here. But why I did not mark this out right here is because we have no really displacement in here. To me, that's not really important. Therefore, I really look at the long wick right here, because to me that's the most important one in that case, the most outstanding, or I don't know if you can say that, but the most important PD array, and therefore we really came down, respected CE. And also, once again, if we drop to regular trading hours, we can see that we now kind of once more close in today's new opening range gap, and therefore I want to see that we see some support coming into the market. And so entered long right there with 2 partials, and basically expected that our 5-minute bearish gap would fail. I was also looking at the suspension block right here. This needed to hold basically. Once we close above it, I do not want to see that we have any bodies below the lower quadrant in that case. No, not lower quadrant, CE. And yeah, we definitely saw some manipulation to the downside. I'm really content, really proud. I don't know if you can say that, but I really like my risk management with having my stop below the wick right here. That's perfect. Took 1 partial off right there and got stop break even right there. I think what I could have done differently definitely is that I only aimed for the low-hanging fruit, which would be the equal highs right there, and would be done with trading. Basically, that would have been still enough. As you can see right here, if you look at the risk to reward, so entered right there, stop was below the lower quadrant. To me, that's enough. I want to see some speed to the upside, and that would have been right there, 50 handles and a almost even 2 RR, so 2 risk to reward. Yeah, in that case would have been enough, especially regarding the conditions we are trading in today. So definitely seek and destroy, no news Monday, before CPI, definitely NQs behind ES. ES is trading higher. We have difficult regular trading hours conditions. Definitely would have been a good opportunity to only look for low-hanging fruit. Still I'm content with booking a partial right here, going break even. I think it was definitely, I saw the possibility that we are going to expand a bit higher. But yeah, I think that's it. Definitely there's always something we could have done differently, but yeah, we also learned from it. And then we saw with 1030 basically this huge aggressive move to downside. I think now we are basically in a market maker buy model, and I expect that we are eventually going to see, or that we are going to take out the high right here. But to me, we are now really in seek and destroy conditions. I don't want to be part of this, so yeah, I'm done trading. I hope you liked the trade breakdown. Hope you enjoyed it, and yeah, see you soon.